Good, good morning, everybody. It's your boy Alex making a part 2 video. I got to do something special. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my life. Okay? Sponsored by Baja Blast. I'm joking, I'm not sponsored by Baja Blast, or Taco Bell, or Mountain Dew, or Pepsi, or anyone. I'm not monetized, so if there's an ad running on this channel, someone comment down below so I know, just so I can talk to YouTube and see what's going on. Why is there ads running on my YouTube channel when I don't have monetization going on? What's going on with that? Okay, let me know if there's ads running on this video or any video that you click on. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? We're gonna get started with a blast from the past. So I was born on May 11th, 2002. Do the math, that makes you 22 years old if you're curious. My birthday passed, obviously, so I'm 22 years old. Which makes me 8,177 days old. Or, should I say, in months, 272 months and 2 weeks old. If you're curious, I have some stats. I'm just using my best friend Siri here. So, if you guys have any questions about my life, I'll gladly answer them. So, really quick, born in Ukraine. I don't think it's Kiev. I don't remember where in Ukraine I was born. Not important. Just like I was born in Ukraine. I don't remember where. Don't ask me. But my parents, my adopted parents, my biological parents, I don't know anything about them. Don't even know if they're still alive or not, so don't ask me that either. But my adopted parents, my parents I live with now, well, I don't live with them now, I obviously live with Job Corps, but they have the ones who took care of me my whole entire life. They adopted me when I was about 2 years old. So, and brought me to America, Connecticut, Danbury, Connecticut. It was pretty awesome. Then my sister came along. I don't know when we adopted her, but we adopted her. And I hated that. Hated her. Unfortunately, I was very abusive towards her. I'm being straightforward. I abused her all the time. She would tolerate me, but I wouldn't tolerate her. And I hated her with passion. I was like, bring her back. Like I remember one day. I remember like it was yesterday. I was in the car with my dad. We were driving down the road, just past our house, on our way, I believe, to church. Church or school? I think it's school. No, it's a school. Or maybe grocery shopping. I think it's either church, grocery shopping, or school. And I'm in the back seat of the car, and I say, "Dad, when can we bring her back?" She was born in Russia. She was born in Moscow, Russia. I know that because I was there. I believe it took about 3 months to adopt her. It took a long time. It didn't take that long to adopt. Just the paperwork and the money that went into it took a while. But I got to go to Russia only once to see my sister. We slept on a train that was it was like a 1-day train. Like the train ride was 1 day long, like 24 hours. Okay. Time's different in Russia because it's a different time zone. Like, let me ask, hold on, let me tell this, what time is it in Russia right now? Hey Siri, what time is it in Russia?
It's 5:28 p.m. in Moscow, Russia.
5:28 p.m. So they are 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 hours ahead of us. It's p.m. there. So I had to adjust to the time zone difference, which was really tough. like really tough for me. 7 hours plus 24 hours, 28 hours combined. We were there for probably like a week, I believe. We had like I wasn't very smart, but um, Trisha, my sister, oh, she's adorable. You guys know she has a TikTok now. She has like 111, maybe 117,000 followers on TikTok. Go follow her and promote content. She's just a great person. Um, but so she was very small, very cute, and cuddly. I guess cuddly. Like she was like a she was very cute, very small, innocent, like fresh out the orphanage, like seeing the world around her. She didn't even know. It was perfect. So we stayed in a Marriott, like the penthouse of a Marriott hotel with the translator and one of the people that took care of Trisha, like a caregiver. And so my sister only spoke Russian. She learned English very quickly because she was kind of like fresh, like the brain wasn't processing Russian. So she could speak in Russian, and I would translate. And there's a translator that if I didn't get it correct, then she would translate to my parents. Like if she needed something, she wanted an apple. Let's say she wanted an apple. She would say she wanted. My Trisha would say she wants an apple in Russian. I translate it as best as I can because I remember I'm Ukrainian, so I'm unlocking Russian. Ukrainian is close to Russian. They're very similar, I think. If I did Duolingo, I'd probably unlock Ukrainian or maybe even Russian. If I did Russian, I'd probably comprehend it pretty well. But it'd be like an old language, reformatted to my current world. It'd be very cool. So, anyway, I'd be a translator. And we'd have an official translator who would. She had a blue blanket. Her favorite blanket. Called her blue blankie for the longest time. And it's literally a piece of cloth. It's about a little bit bigger than this Chromebook. Like maybe this big. Let me show you. So it's about this big. Like, it's about this big. About this big. This big. So, like, it's like this big and this big. So, I can't really describe it. It's blue. It's very lightweight. It's very thin. And it's very fragile. That's all I know. So, she had that my sister had that everywhere she went. Well, not everywhere, almost everywhere. She had to leave a blue blanket behind. Sometimes we went to the store to buy some food. I loved Russia. We saw some Russian food. I got exposed to Russian culture. It was amazing. The laws there, though, are very strict. Like, not like you don't get arrested, but like, one day, my sister, still young, had to do some medical checkups just to see if she's medically have allergies. Does she have diabetes? Does she have ADHD? Is she constipated? Is she stuff like that? It's a routine checkup. And the office smelled like hand sanitizer, but it was alcohol. Like someone had drunk a bunch of alcohol, like a drunkard, and walked through the common area. Like 7 times. And when you're drunk, the smell comes out of your pores, right? I don't know if you know that. It does. Comes out of your breath too, but most of the time it comes out of your pores and your breath. And the room smelled horrible. And I vomit. Uncontrollably, just all over this place. All over the welcome area. And they cleaned it up, obviously. But really embarrassing. So fast forward, that's 2008, 2010. Hold on, that was his birthday? When was Trish born? July 24th, I know that. Is that right? No, July 26th is her birthday. Gotta fix that. Hold on. July 26th is her birthday. Yeah. I don't know what year she was born. I wish I knew. But I don't remember her year. Doesn't matter. She's, I believe, 16, so it's 2008. It's 2008, and we'll put that at 2008. Hold on. Be right back. Okay, so she's born, I believe, 2008. I'm not sure. It's none of my business. Well, it is, but it's not really. She's 17. So I'm not sure what. 17, so 2014 minus 7. So it's 2007. It wasn't 2010. No, 2014? No. 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. Hold on. God damn it. I believe she's 16 or 17. 2008 to 2009. I think it's when her birthday. I don't remember. And now porn. But she came to Connecticut with me. Well, we adopted her formally. We had some friends though. We had from Russia. We went to their house, hung out with Trisha. Trisha was there. We introduced her to her new not her new family. We were her family, but her friends. Maybe her family, her old family, her adopted family, biological family. Sorry. We were there for like 6 hours. We were there for a long time. I was playing in the backyard, the sun swing and stuff like that. So I remember that. Very fun. Then we drove on a train back to Connecticut. Well, we flew from Russia to New York. Then I believe we drove from New York, from LaGuardia Airport to home with Trish in tow. And we introduced her to home. She adjusted pretty well. We brought her to a preschool. I believe it's called St. Rose. No. St. Mary's. St. Mary's preschool. And that's where she just learned English, American culture. She inherited the language and she understood what was going on. She was in that transition state between Russian and English, so she understood English more than Russian. She forgot Russian. I don't think she knows Russian anymore. She might know some. I don't think she does. I remember some Russian commands. I don't remember all of them, but I can give you a couple if you want. Comment down below and I'll give you some Russian words. But she learned English, and she was great. The word's great. Miracles. And it took a while to adjust, really. Practically took her about 6 months to adjust to Connecticut, the rules and our family and all that. She was very sleepy. One day, she was sick. And she was active. She came downstairs for breakfast, ate breakfast like all of us. Sat in a little high chair. Ate with us. Then, suddenly, she just goes upstairs. I don't know where she is. Mom doesn't know where she is, and Dad doesn't know where she is. We just assume she's outside, just playing in the backyard with herself. I don't know. I forget what we were assuming. I think we assumed she was on a walk, something like that. But she was in bed, sleeping. So we panic. We go around the whole entire backyard, calling her name, wondering where she is, and eventually we find her in a bed. It's just so funny. We're screaming her name. She doesn't reply because she's sick and tired. And So she's like, and I'm like, oh, found her. We found her. She's safe. She's at home. She's sleeping in her bed upstairs. And we're like, oh, good. Whew. The stress just lifted off our shoulders, and we go, we're there. And for some reason, I get an iPod Touch 4th generation. I still have it to this day. It's broken beyond repair. It's worth nothing. But I get an iPod. I had my mom's contact, I had my dad's contact, I had some other people's contacts from St. Joe's. I was about 8 when I got it. Well, when did the iPod Touch 4th generation come out?
Okay, I found this on the web for when did the iPod Touch 4th generation come out. Check it out.
Hold on, let me check. When did that come out? 4th generation, 2010. Okay. No, silver, 16 gigabyte. Oh, that came out in 2012. Oh. I think I have the 816. So September 12th, 2012 is when it came out. Okay, so I had it. I think I got it. I got it when I played Beauty and the Beast. I was in theater camp. I was doing Beauty and the Beast, and that was actually pretty fun. And so, while I'm in theater camp, I would go to Target. We buy the iPod Touch. It's like $200 back in 2010. It wasn't a lot of money. It was a lot of money back then, but it wasn't a lot. Things were cheaper back then, I remember. And I remember taking a picture of Trisha sleeping. I know it sounds weird, but it was to show Mom. They texted me, and they're like, "Do you know where Trisha is?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know where she's sleeping." So then they're like, "Prove it." So I sent her a picture of Trisha sleeping, and they did a conversation. Then I got a job. My first job was my neighbor. Then started about that in about 2012. I was pretty young. I wasn't muscular. Backstory. Hold on. So, I obviously went to school. I got an education. I went to public school, Stanley Ruff in Danbury, Connecticut. Search it up. It's a pretty cool school. It's a public school. So it was tuition free. I was bullied for a very long time by Zachary and Carlos. Those were the two bullies' names, two of them. So I was like ganged up on. And so they were bullies. They would always cause fights. I wouldn't fight them. I'd get the crap beaten out of me, but I'd be like, okay, you won't hurt me too badly. Like beat me to death, but they would hurt me a little bit, like hurt my arm, like punch my arm, be like, and punch my arms. So I was weak. I was also, back when I was adopted, I was the smallest person in the orphanage. I had a playpen. It's like 12 feet long, 12 by 12. So I had plenty of areas to crawl around, but I couldn't interact with people in the orphanage. I was fragile, smallest one. I was cute, but I was the smallest one when I was in the orphanage. So I remember I was bullied when I was in the orphanage. I don't remember much about the orphanage. It's not there anymore, I don't think. It's out of business. I looked in Ukraine, it's not much there. But, what else happened? So I was working, fast forward 2012. I'm working for my neighbor, John Swanky. He's a great guy. Still alive to this day. He's like 65, maybe 70 years old. So he's been around for a while. He's retired. And I was splitting wood. He has a wood furnace to heat up his house in the wintertime. And so I said, okay, I'll help you. Then I couldn't work on that anymore because the scheduling was just too hard. I tried hard to make ends meet. I was only paying $7.50 an hour. Non-taxable income, wasn't in cash, it was with check. But I would only work for 2 or 3 hours and then stop. Which was long enough because I was tired. But he would reward me with the Monster. Monster Energy is how I got addicted to taste tests. That was the beginning of a taste test vlog and all that stuff. I still like Monster to this day. Drink it very rarely. When I get a chance, I might buy it again. I'm broke right now. Spent $90 on pizza for a D&D campaign. I'll explain that later. But, so, then eventually, my first job, 2018, I think, was my first, well, I had jobs before that. I quit them. I got fired from a couple for stealing. So I got fired. So I got a decent paycheck. It was a stupid, like, one of the jobs, I was working on mobile rescue. It's not a mobile rescue, it's like a repair place for phones. iPads, phones, Samsungs, Galaxies, Motorola, really anything I could fix. I could fix most phones, except for maybe Nokia's. I think not is it Nokia's? Not Nokia's? Nokia's? What are they called? The indestructible phones back in like 1980. So I worked there. It was pretty boring. You got no customers. Really got no customers. You're competing with like a major, like Ubreg I Fixed was a major competitor against us. So we were a small company and they were a big company. So they dominated the market. They dominated the mall where I worked, and they were everywhere. We had like 3 kiosks plus the main store, and we were spread throughout the mall. Danbury Fair Mall, if you don't know where I'm talking about, it's Danbury Fair Mall. It's a very cool place, and it was just annoying. You couldn't get anywhere. We get like one customer to fix a phone, get a screen protector, maybe replace the battery depending on how much the person needed, but most of the time it was just replacing screen protectors, which wasn't too bad. We have plenty of screen protectors for us. We have like 50,000 of them around our kiosks and store. Eventually I get fed up with that, steal some AirPods from the company, and quit. Didn't work out very well. They caught me. They said we're fired. I returned the AirPods. I paid for the AirPods. I said I'll buy them from you. So I paid $100 for the AirPods back in the day. They're $100. I think they're like $200 now. So it was like half the price. Inflation went up, so it's relatively expensive. But I was making pretty good bank. I was making about $12.55 an hour, which isn't bad. It wasn't a competitive job. It wasn't like $15 an hour like normal wages now. But I'm still working. I was still working as Stu Leonard's. My official job as a dishwasher in Stu Leonard's. You guys have seen some footage. I posted some footage on YouTube of Stu Leonard's. The reason why I quit was because, well, I stole some cookies. They caught me on camera stealing some cookies. They said we're going to fire you. I was like, fine. It was okay. I was there for a year and a half. Really wasn't worth it. I was the lowest paid employee, making $12,000 a year. So I made like $18,000 that year. $18,000 combined while I was there. And really not worth a lot. Like, Stu Leonard's. It's not Stu Leonard's. It's the world's largest dairy store. Search it up. It's pretty cool. It's a cool story. It's been around for like 50 years. Maybe 50, 60. Pushing 70, I think. But it's been around for a long time. And um and I was a dishwasher there. I loved it there. I made friends. I made connections. I loved it there. I paid. I made about $250 every week. That's $1,000 a week. $1,000 a month. So 1,000 times 12 is 12,000. And I had to pay tax on that, which I hated. New Hampshire don't have to pay tax, which is great. Any income you make is yours. Pay taxes on food. I think it's the only thing that's taxable. There's no income tax, so it's good. But I got fired from there in 2020, and I never came back. Never went back. I go to go shopping when I can. They recognize me. They're like, "You're your wife who stole cookies." I'm like, "Yeah, I am. What are you gonna do about it? I'm fired. You can't hurt me." But my reputation's still there. But it's been cleared. They said, "We'll forgive you. Won't press charges." I'm like, against cookies, you're gonna arrest me for throwing cookies. I was a minor at the time, so they couldn't arrest me. Well, they could arrest me, but I'm not gonna charge you as an adult for stealing cookies. I'm like, you guys make about $500 million a year, depending on revenue and costs and people. Sometimes they're super busy. Sometimes it's literally ghost town. So the scale from like people like back in 2010, they were up here. 2018, down here. 2020, up here. 2019, they're up here. And I would get the sales they make combined. Stuart ours, we were like we were the top 5. I believe there's 8 stores. Maybe there's 5 stores. We were the top 5. Obviously, the top 5. We were number 3. Making revenue. We made about $15 million half a year. Every half a year. So $30 million combined every year. So every 6 months we made $15 million $15 a year. Every 6 months. And that was from subscriptions, revenue, assets, and income from food, I think. We also had a zoo. Small animal farm. We'll call it a farm. Sorry, farm. Animal, not a zoo, sorry. And we had cows. We had chickens. We had goats. And we had ducks, I think. I'm not sure. Don't remember. But we made a lot of money, and every year we make about $30 million a year, which isn't bad. There's a lot of money. And if we made more than, I think if we made $50 million in revenue, the employees would get a bonus of $1,000. For the paycheck, $1,000. And I was like, damn, that's awesome. So my pay went from $15 an hour to about $20 an hour. And they would incentivize you to stay. And I have a vacation coming up, right? And I want to be able to work. We go on vacation, go on Christmas vacation, go to Virginia, and see Papa. Papa's still around, kicking around. It's great, you'd love him. And we would go to Florida, we would go to Michigan, and we would go to New Mexico. We had 4 vacations, which wasn't bad. We'd stay there for about 5 days. Florida 5 days, New Mexico 5 days, Michigan 3 days, and Virginia 3. Which is really sad. That's the shortest vacation we ever have. But I had to have income. So I was paying my bills. I was paying rent, virtual rent, for the first time, just so I would experience the real world. I was paying my parents rent, live in their house, didn't work out very well. But, yeah, not too bad. Fast forward to 2021, I went to college for 2 years, dropped out, so I couldn't afford it. Went to Western Extension program, which was college, like a branch of college, like introduction to college. Oh, wait, sorry. Did I go to college? I didn't go to college. I'm sorry. I went to Western Extension program, which was like college, an introduction to college, and it's a program that paid you to work, stay in college, pay your bills. Like here, Job Corps pays you to stay. And so, I'll pick it up later. And you know what else happened, guys? I got friends. I got plenty of friends. Anthony, I got a friend named Anthony. I got a friend named Gavin. You guys know Gavin Sampson. I mentioned him in a couple of videos. Went to high school. I went to Faith Prep in high school. Went to St. Joseph's Brookfield, which is where I met Gavin from the basketball team. Then I went to Sadly Rough for elementary school. St. Joe's Brookfield, Connecticut for middle school. Went to Faith Prep for high school, which is in New Milford, Connecticut. And then I went to Western Extension program. And I didn't graduate. I didn't graduate from there either. I wish I did. But I had to move on. Job Corps called, so I had to abandon Western Extension program. Had lots of friends there. I loved it. Still do. I still have great friends there. I still have on my wall. I still have my ID. I don't know if it's active anymore. But still, I don't get my emails anymore. I'm kind of done with that. Stupid. These are Windows. I hate Windows. Hate Windows. Use Chrome. So it was silly. Excuse me. And then COVID hit. COVID hit during when I was in high school, and how our school dealt with it. If we had COVID, we went virtual. We got Chromebooks. Like I was using this Chromebook, a silver Chromebook, to do schoolwork. I was making YouTube videos. I was active. So did Taekwondo. Oh, I mention Taekwondo. Oh my god, didn't mention Taekwondo. I quit Taekwondo in 2022. Just because it was ridiculous. I did it for 15 years. No. How old was I when I started? I was 5. 17 years. I'll be right back. Intermission. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to do laundry. I'm doing off hour. I had to do laundry. An hour before I got to do laundry again. That's been a long video. I've had a long life. I'm only 22 years old, so I gotta talk about a lot. So, then 2023 comes. I'm in Virginia. Christmas comes. And, no, I was in Virginia with my mom getting a Bank of the James debit card. So when I move to Virginia, I can have a debit card. And I'm in the middle of doing the bank. My mom's in the middle of making the transfer of money and sign paperwork. I get a call from New Hampshire. Manchester, New Hampshire. Pick up the phone. Hello? Hey, it's Job Corps, New Hampshire. Calling to let you know you've been accepted into Job Corps. When can you come? I So I can come in probably 3 weeks. I'm in the middle of New Hampshire. I'm in the middle of Virginia. But I have a townhouse in Virginia that's in the middle of we're in the middle of inheriting it. Papa's townhouse. He didn't die. He's not dying, but we're going to inherit it. Be under the REIT's name. And then Tyler, my cousin, might live there temporarily because he has nowhere to live. He's like disabled. He's disabled. He's like not physically disabled, mentally disabled. Like he has not Down syndrome. I forget what he has, but doesn't matter. But he might be moving in there. So eventually, not anytime soon. Like 20 years, he's moving in. Not me. I'm gonna move in with him. Provide rent. But we don't know because there's rules to the townhouse. It's like surrounded by older people, and we have to see if we can like work things out and be like, yo, split the money. We can have a job. I'm working on Food Line. Food Line is just down the road. I'm gonna be a security guard there, hopefully. In Virginia, Lynchburg, Virginia. And see what happens. Then 2024 comes. I'm at New Hampshire Job Corps. I've been here for 11 months. And that's my life story, guys. So, if you waited this far, thanks for watching, which has been a long time. Been 37 minutes almost. So, if you guys like this content, please make sure to subscribe. That was a lot to talk about. If you guys liked it, make sure to subscribe. Give this video a like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bells, and my live stream. Still doing it. And I'm thinking in 2 to 3 weeks, giving a live stream. It's going to be over the weekend. So on Saturday or Sunday, preferably Sunday, hopefully, if I got any new subscribers, which I haven't, it's 11 o'clock, so I gotta go to breakfast. Shit. Okay, fine, good. Gotta go breakfast. Peace, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry I had to have breakfast. I was hungry. So, where was I? I'm about to finish my story, so I forget where I was. That's okay. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day, guys. I've talked long enough. I'm at Job Corps currently. I've been here for 10 months. If you're curious how long I've been here, that's like 600 days. About 300 days. What is 10 months in days?
10 months is 304.37 days.
304.37 days. Let's see how long I've been here. Hold on. 308 days I've been here. 308 days. Not 365. Close. I got like... No, I can't do math. I don't care. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Story's over. Have a good day. If you still want to subscribe, you can. I'll see you guys later. Peace. This has been a long video. Peace.